Hello, you come to the right place is the name of this show. I'm Rod Thompson, and this is a educational literacy course on how to build credit wealth. This segment is called Incorporating. It's all about the tactics and the strategies of going in business for yourself, creating a corporation, and then also acquiring acquisitions of other shell corporations. The goal here is to show you how to get into building credit wealth by owning a corporation and how to create the shares and how to pass income through that corporation. So, before we get into that, let me briefly go over what you come to the right place is about. It's all about awakening the mind, awakening the spirit, and awakening that drive, that passion that you have inside of yourself to go about the business of creating financial freedom for yourself and to leave a vast impression on the lifespan that you're here on this earth. Many of us grow up not reaching our full potential. We strive, we have these goals, we have these dreams when we grow up, and then as we have to go to college, which is one of the big things that can define what direction that we're going to go in with our life. But many decision makings and changes happens in the course of college, and you see so many people who have life aspirations. People, when they're kids, you grow up, oh, I'm going to be president of the United States. Oh, I'm going to run my own company. I'm going to be CEO. Or I'm going to do, simple things. But then one thing happens is you go to college and you start realize you get into the realization that life is not as what you expect it to be. So many people would choose a direction in life that they think will make their life easier. And this is what we call content. Many people become content with their life and it's become acceptive towards what they have to endure in order to just make a living. So, the purpose of this show, which is called You Come to the Right Place, is to actually give you the knowledge, the resources, and the tools to take what you have today, which is your time, and also take what you have today, which is you making the right decision by watching these videos that I created on the show by OMS TV, which I'm appreciative for giving me the opportunity. So make sure that you tune in to OMS TV and joint network with Alera TV, who is giving me the opportunity to allow me to give you what I have in this brain. So with that said, this is a segment where we're building wealth. We are doing the things that generally are not known to the natural realms of the common folks, as they like to call it. But what I'm doing is actually trying to give you as much knowledge and information as possible so that you can acquire the things in life that you always wanted to achieve. I know it's not easy. Again, like I said, when you go to college, the first thing you have to do when you graduate from college is you have to find a job. But the main thing we have to focus on is that now that you've gone to college, you've already accumulated a huge debt that once you get out of college, and I'm not in no way, form, or fashion saying college is a waste of time and that you shouldn't go to college. Just think about the fact that you now owe thousands of dollars to the college institutions out there, And the first thing you have to do is say, hey, well, I need to find a job. I need to find a living. So what's the first thing that goes out the window? Well, most of the time it's your dream, because when you first get out of college, 9 times out of 10, you don't have that dream job. You don't have that job that you put your mind and passion into. So you try, just so you can make a living, you go ahead and accept the small job that offers you at the time. So what happens through the rest of the years, 10 years, 20 years down the line? Well, what goes on is that you end up forgetting about those dreams. They're there, but you're not living them. And it gets sidetracked because now it's so fast paced for you to be able to pay your car note, your insurance, your mortgage, the loans that you have to pay back from school and all of them other things. And so then children might come into play. And so now massive debts pile up on you. So you're covered in it, and now the only thing you can do now is to work to make a living. That's not how you build credit wealth. So what we're here to talk about today is taking a corporation and not just doing it. If you never owned a corporation before, this could be a quick segment on that. I know that there are a lot of people that may already have, or in the process, or trying to get into owning a corporation. So very simple. For those who want to incorporate, you just simply go to the Secretary of State and fill out the filing paperwork. And it can be tedious. So if you want to make it a lot easier when you want to incorporate, you can go to LegalZoom or any of those affiliate sites that generally charge a certain fee to incorporate your business. So what we're talking about today, though, is the LLCs, which is a limited liability corporation. A limited liability corporation is a company that alleviates the liability of the owner. So you who actually own that corporation, in case that there is a lawsuit or any type of losses that have to be recovered, you as the owner or owners of that corporation are protected from any personal losses. So that means that all your personal assets are protected from any actions that come against that corporation. So that way, if the corporation is sued, they cannot take your personals. And this is most of the reason why it's very safe when you're doing business of any sort, is to be incorporated so that you protect your personal. So if you're out there, you're operating a business right now, and you're not incorporated, you stand a chance of being sued personally, in which that if there is a what they call a grant of the lawsuit, which is that if you lose, then they can come and take your personal assets. So please make sure that you get incorporated so you can protect your assets. While speaking about assets, the LLC that I'm going to explain to you, and we're going to get a little advanced in it. I know this is not taught in the everyday world. This is probably going to be some information that you never heard, but that's the whole idea of me giving this show. You come to the right places to teach you some of the advanced and some of the things that it's no big secret. It's nothing out here that you cannot learn by experience. So this is just me giving you some of the experiences that I've done myself, and they were successful. I know that there's so many pop-ups, whether it is on Facebook or Google, teaching you that or telling you that they're how to get credit wealth. And of course, once you register or you go to view that, whatever they tell you is for free. They want to ask you for money. They are asking you to subscribe to some type of subscription and pay X amount of dollars. Well, I've seen so many of those things, and it got to me to where it got under my skin, because if you're going to teach the world, if you're successful and you want people to know this, don't try to sell to people that's trying to get to the same place that you are. knowledge is infinite, and if you're blessed the way that most of these individuals are saying they are, why charge the people who are trying to get to where you at thousands of dollars? The thing is that they're already separating you from your money before you even learn anything. So at least at this point, and the purpose of this is to alleviate from that, get away from that, so that if you truly are passionate about trying to build credit wealth, then this show here will actually help you do that. And it doesn't cost you nothing but time. And that's the most important thing of always step on you about time. Manage your time correctly. That's the only difference between a poor man and a rich man. A poor man, they will waste their time away and nothing becomes of value. A rich man, he manages his time well. He plans it well. He does everything that will not suppress his actions or the way that he go about doing anything, but it will basically teach about many other things. So.